Welcome to Mike and Hoss on the Wolfeboro Community Television. I'm Mike Danais.
And I'm Charlie Hossack.
We're going to get right to it today, Coach. We got Dan Place, Kingswood Varsity Boys Coach, with us. And we know you have to get to practice, so this is,
Yes, I do.
This is going to be the Express. And I know we're going to have a longer interview when you go to playoffs this year.
Sounds good. Yeah,
All right,
sounds
so,
like a plan.
Coach, how's it looking this year?
Look, things are looking really good. We had great numbers for tryouts. I think we're up to 45 kids signed up. We keep three teams of 12. All our teams are filled. All our coaching spots are filled. Varsity team looked good in a little scrimmage we had Saturday without having a single practice.
Nice.
That's right. We had a bunch of delays or cancellations last
Today's,
week.
December 10th, and this is our second practice.
Wow. A late
But
start.
we're pretty happy with what I'm seeing so far.
I'm not going to lie. We talk about your show a lot. We've talked about there's a lot of high expectations for you this year, and I don't mean to put pressure on you, but
there
I'm
should
putting
be high
pressure on you.
expectations. Yeah, we're happy with those high expectations.
Good.
The kids are planning on making I think they were talking to Josh Spalding during meeting tonight, and their deep playoff run was their quote.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, you seem to have the talent because last year you really were able to identify some real players as the year went on.
Oh yeah.
And we've talked about some of the names.
Yeah, we have.
You
I mean, the name that automatically pops out is Ethan Arnold.
Yep.
Right,
Ethan
you know,
Arnold,
like that.
sophomore this year.
Yeah.
He's put on a little weight. He's been in the weight room a lot. Brogan Shannon now a junior.
Nice.
I think those freshmen last year definitely had the talent to play with us, but they were still freshmen.
Yep.
And you're playing against 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
I think they learned a lot right off. They definitely progressed last season, and they're bigger, faster, stronger this year.
And don't forget your son.
Yeah.
Leadership for your son.
Yeah.
Matt does
have
a great job with
the
that.
senior class. Matt, Ben Cochran, Anthony Cardamone, and Trevor Arnold coming back out this year.
Oh, wow.
Solid group of leaders right there. So I like where we're at.
Where's your strengths? Where are you on the defensive side of the ball, the offensive side of the ball?
I think we can score the ball.
Nice.
I think we can. We
Nice.
should be fun to watch.
Good.
Brogan, Matt, Ethan, Carter, Josh, Finneron,
Yep.
Pat Runnels, Benny. I mean, it's Benny Buckets. That's what we call him. So he puts the ball in the basket. So I think we can score. Can we defend? Can we rebound? 'Cause we're not the biggest team. Even,
I was just going to ask, what's your size compared to some of the other teams?
yeah, I mean, everybody looks Carter and Ethan. Oh, they're 6'3". Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But everybody else got 6'3" plus, and probably seniors.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's a different kind of size, but
Yeah. So looking at D2, who's the toughest competition for you guys?
well, we say everybody's tough every night.
Sure.
Pembroke we open up with, they're defending champs. Oyster River's always tough. Co-Brown we got twice, always tough. I mean, they've been around the same stuff since 1982.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Merrimack Valley's on the schedule. They're going to be very good.
How about Kennett?
Kennett, local up the road. They
Yeah.
were good last year. We did sneak one out last year.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't like it.
That's good.
So they'll be ready for us, no doubt.
Who'd you play in the scrimmage this past weekend?
It's an early scrimmage, so we did it right after tryouts. It's a lot of Division III schools because they're ready to go. So it was Winnisquam, Newfound, Interlakes, Moultonboro. No Division II schools in that one. We got on Thursday. We have Spalding coming in, Division I powerhouse, and we go to Dover on Saturday, another Division I powerhouse. So those will be some good tests for us.
Yeah. What about Christmas tournament? You got something coming up?
Yep, we're over in Guilford again.
Great.
27th, we play at 4 o'clock.
Nice.
Did you win that last year or the year before?
Did we win that? He says,
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
buddy.
that's the joke of the house. We bring in a lot of runner-up plaques for that thing.
Okay.
This should be the year.
This is the one?
We've lost is like 2 years in a row. We're overtime games. There've been some really good games in the finals over there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you go. It looks like the program is certainly moving in the right direction. There's as much excitement around the boys basketball team that I can remember around here.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about it.
Everybody's
We're pumped.
talking
I
about
can't
it.
wait.
We talk about it all show
we
long,
do.
so it's
I love
I
it.
can't
It's
wait
gonna
to
be awesome.
get the season rolling. The boys are ready to play right now.
well, we're going to be
no
we're going to make sure we let everybody know when your games are and. High expectations, Coach, and good teams perform under high expectations.
That's
so
right.
The
We're
best
ready
of
to
luck
go.
to you, and we're going to see you in the playoffs.
Yes, you will.
All right, very
right.
good.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,
Thanks,
thank
Coach.
you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Charlie, we're nice meeting from Coach Place.
Yep.
It was nice, short and sweet. Get him out to practice. I know we were busting on him a little bit, but there are some expectations around the basketball team this year.
They're huge. It was real. They're huge expectations. We are expecting playoffs and deep playoff run.
And they've been down for so long.
Yeah.
That it's nice to see the excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly feel the excitement. I'm hoping to catch a few games this year. And,
Definitely. I mean, think about it. Just the excitement with just the winter. We got the guys' basketball team. Looking forward to catching up with the girls to see how they're going to do with Coach Garabedian. We've talked about the guys' hockey program. High expectations for that as well.
Yep.
And then the girls' program with Coach Kelly. I mean, even if we could get just a few wins, that's going to be a success, and see where they go. I know Coach Potenza said playoffs, and we're definitely behind Coach with those predictions, and I think that's great.
And the boys' hockey team is certainly they've gone deep the past couple of years.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, and so there are expectations. But let's move on. No, we're going to talk about.
Let's talk about some honors for some of our.
Some football players for Kingswood made some All-State honors, and Charlie, going to read them off?
Sure. Yeah. So this is for Division II North. We have second team offense. We have Atlee Corson, Aiden Penenga, and Devin Wade. So congratulations for that.
Guys.
And then for D2 North second team defense, we have Joe Deegan, Jackson McCullough, and Matthew Drew.
Well done, boys.
So that's fantastic. Wow, yeah, excellent job, and it's great to see Kingswood athletes being recognized because there have been many years that I've coached, and we don't have a lot of players that have been recognized in the football program. So anytime we can celebrate, we love to do that.
No, I mean I think the past few years, Cam Mann has been the only one that we've talked about being recognized from the football program. Yeah. So to get 6 different players,
that's fantastic.
That means that program's going in the right direction.
Job well done.
All right, let's do it. Patriots.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh wow.
It's just well. I mean.
They had a chance to win,
They had a chance to win. It's interesting because I think our audience knows that we communicate during the week, and we even communicate a little bit during the game. And it's just, you had made the comment, they're never going to win again. And I wasn't buying into it last week. And I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily buying into it. I did buy into it when I communicated back with you during the game.
During the first half.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Patriots are going to win this week. But that's another story. But I just think... I don't know what to say. I mean, are we going to blame refs? Are we going to blame the terrible offense? Are we going to what are we going to blame?
So, I don't want to say I've come full cycle because I thought their first half was like their first halves in the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Like, against Houston, against Philadelphia and Dallas and so on. Just an absolute dud of an offense.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep running Sony Michel into the line and him not gaining anything. He's running terrible. I know the line is not what it was last year.
Right.
But he doesn't run with any conviction whatsoever.
No.
So the games have gotten a little bit out of hand for them. Then they go into more of their spread offense with James White in the backfield.
Right.
And all of a sudden they start scoring. They came back in the Houston game. Mm-hmm. They were able to score relatively quick in the Houston game. And then in the Kansas City game, the second half that they played in the Kansas City game was probably their best half of the year on both sides of the ball.
Right.
In the first half, they weren't moving the ball. They moved the ball pretty well in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense completely shut down Kansas City in the second half. Kansas City had like 62 yards of offense in the second half.
Right.
So that told me that they might have figured something out.
Right.
Now, if the refs make 2 or 3 more calls than they did, or correct calls than they did,
sure,
Patriots win by a touchdown or 2.
Right.
I mean, if you look at the fumble, the N'Keal Harry play, the pass interference play, and I know a couple calls went against the Chiefs also, but not to the gravity that they went against the Patriots.
Right. Yeah, points were not taken away.
I think the Pats could have won that game with, like I said, a few calls. It was the worst refereed game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I agree.
Not even the calls that they didn't call. Flags came down. They said, "No, we're picking up this flag." Another flag. We're picking up this flag. It was like, I don't want to say high school refs out there, but it was really incompetence out there.
Absolutely. I mean, they definitely were not acting like professionals.
So, that being said, unfortunately that is not the big story of the.
No.
Real quickly, I think the Patriots are going to win some games coming down the stretch.
Sure.
And I'm a little bit more optimistic from what I saw how they ended the game. And I put in our notes that I have some ideas. Mm-hmm. My ideas are real simple. Spread them out James White in the backfield, but I think you put N'Keal Harry as a third tight end. You get him on the line.
Yeah,
he's a
big guy, big physical guy.
And if they line up a linebacker against him, send him out into a pattern.
Yeah.
If they line up a cornerback against him, leave him in there and let's run behind him.
Right.
You know, I think you have those kinds of those mismatches ability. Their offensive line is not going to do it like it is. They're just,
we know what they are. So.
And
right.
so they're going to have to do some trickery. They're going to have to think of things that they haven't done. They're not going to be able to run the ball like they did last year.
Right.
You know, and that is obvious. And they got to stop trying. They got 3 games left, and I believe that they're going to. I believe they're going to win all 3 of them. I'm nervous about all 3 of them though, because
even
of
the
how they
Bengals.
look. Even the Bengals.
Okay.
So talking about the Bengals, the Patriots are in the news again, and by the time that this thing airs, results are probably going to happen.
We're going to know. Yeah.
You know, the stuff just came out today that the Patriots were. Well, this is a story.
Yep.
This is a story that the Patriots were.
These are allegations.
Are filming documentaries of Do Your Job, and so they're highlighting different aspects of the Patriots organization.
Sure.
And last week they were highlighting the Advanced Scout.
Yeah.
And so the Advanced Scout was in Cincinnati because that's who they play this week. And they were filming the Advanced Scout.
As to what the Advanced Scout does and his role.
And in the meantime, they happened to film the sideline of the Bengals.
Yep. For, what are they saying, 8 minutes.
Yes. And so the Bengals saw. Now, they were in their Patriot gear.
Yeah. No, they weren't hiding. Yeah.
They weren't hiding. They, according to Coach Belichick, the video, the production crew has absolutely nothing to do with the football crew. They don't share materials. They don't share tapes. They don't do anything.
Okay.
So I just have a bad feeling that this might turn into something really big.
This would be like Spygate 2.
Well, yeah, that's how I wrote it.
Oh, I didn't even know. I haven't even looked at the notes.
No.
That's what you.
I just don't think that Belichick would do it again.
Yeah.
But if they were neglectful in how they managed their... See, and that's the problem. The Kraft Productions is an actual production crew.
Yeah,
they have a film
films,
crew, and they don't have anything to do with the football side.
Right.
And so if punishments are going to be levied, I want them to be levied against
Robert Kraft
and the production crew.
Sure.
Not against the football side. And I go back to when Theo Epstein, this goes back a few years, Theo Epstein left, and he says, because all we have to do is feed the monster. And I feel the same thing when I was driving in listening to it, is that the Patriots have become such a big entity that they need to feed this production, what other teams aren't doing documentaries on their advanced scouts.
No.
They're not doing, and they're by doing so much, by extending themselves out so much, they're kind of sticking their neck out a little bit by breaking some rules.
Don't you find it a little fishy, though, that they're doing the documentary, they're doing the Advanced Scout, and it just so happens to be the week before the team they're going to play?
But isn't that the way an Advanced Scout works?
Totally is the way an Advanced Scout works, but they could have done it differently. They could have done this maybe preseason. I mean, do they have to do this like regular season? I don't know. I'm just
I know that the previous week that they did the equipment manager.
Yeah.
And they filmed him for a day or two on how they were doing, and obviously
was the
Kansas City
did they film the Kansas City equipment manager?
No. I mean, I get it, and I actually find that kind of stuff interesting. I'll watch that stuff.
Oh, I love it
because I love the behind the scenes.
I agree. Yeah, you find out what makes the team run and tick, and all the everything that goes into it.
One of the best parts of that when they win a Super Bowl is that they do the special at the end.
Yeah.
And you get to see what the inside the coaches meetings.
Yeah.
Back in what are they called? Not This Is Your Life. Football Life.
Yeah.
In 2009 when they did Belichick. In a Football Life. Listening to how he talks to his coaches in meetings. That behind the scenes stuff is great. So this stuff is great. I don't think that they were malicious in what they were doing.
Right.
They might have been careless though, and
I think careless,
that
and
might be enough.
And they have a reputation.
Yeah.
So I think by the time we're on next week, this is going to blow up, and it's not going to be.
We're going to be talking about suspensions.
I think we're going to talk about suspensions and fines and
Coach Belichick suspended.
I don't know. It'd be interesting, huh? Josh McDaniels would have to step in, or would Steve Belichick step in?
Banned from postseason play.
Wow. The way the Patriots are playing, it might just be one and done with the playoffs.
I know.
That'll be interesting.
All right. Around the NFL, there was a lot of great games on this weekend.
Amazing games.
You had mentioned the San Francisco New Orleans game.
Oh, what a fun game to watch.
And I think
So
that was
many
my
points.
prediction for the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
And you want to see that game again.
Yeah.
The Seattle-Los Angeles game was not great. That would end up being okay. The game last night, the Giants and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Eli Manning came back, and that ended up being an overtime game.
Yeah.
So, there was a lot of good games. The Baltimore-Buffalo game.
Yes.
Buffalo's for real.
Yeah, they are for real. Because they were down and then they came back.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think the Bills have to be taken very seriously when they come to town.
Yeah.
Very seriously.
I still think, are you still feeling that, Baltimore's still the best team in the AFC?
Yes, they seem to be slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
More tape is out on
People are
Lamar
starting, I was
Jackson,
going to see, they're figuring out Lamar Jackson and how to defend that.
So we'll see. I still think they're the best team.
Yeah.
And they deservedly are the best team. We'll see. We'll see what the Patriots look like. Even against Cincinnati next week, if the Patriots put up a representative performance of what we think they can do, that'll make everybody feeling better. Even if it's the Bengals. The Bengals are giving other teams games.
Yeah.
So I think that would be good. All right, picks. We were both 3-2 last week. So
not a good week for me.
Unfortunately, it was a good week for me.
Yeah. I know it was.
So I didn't lose any ground.
No, you're 11-9.
I didn't gain any ground, but I didn't lose any ground.
I am 15-5.
Yes. This week we have the first one is going to be New England at Cincy. We're going to always stick with New England. I think we're both going to pick New England on that one.
Okay.
Let me see my pencil, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we are both wins.
New England.
Chicago at Green Bay.
Chicago at Green Bay. I'd like to go.
You can go.
Going into Lambeau, Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to take Green Bay.
I think that's a pretty good pick, but given my position, I'm going to go for the upset, and I'm going to go with Chicago because I think Chicago has Mitch Trubisky seemed to have figured things out lately.
Yeah, played well last weekend.
So we are both. So I'm going to be Chicago, and you're going to be
Green Bay.
So that was New England. That's New England. Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee still is possible for the playoffs.
They're still in contention.
And Houston, after they beat New England, goes up to Denver and gets their doors blown off.
They did. I know.
What was up with that?
This is a great game because it's a tough pick. So I'm going to let you pick first.
I'm going to go Tennessee. It's in Tennessee. I think they're running the ball really well. Derrick Henry is
he's
becoming a beast.
I'm going to go. I'll go with Houston.
All right.
So
help me out on that one. So give me.
I just want to go 3-0. So
right.
far I'm 3-0.
Rams at Dallas.
Oh, you jump on the bandwagon. You want to go with Coach McCullough. There's no way I can root for Dallas. As much as I want the Rams to lose because I'm a 49ers fan.
So you're going with the Rams?
I'm going to take the Rams. I don't think Dallas can win. What are they? 6-7. They're terrible.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go with Dallas. I think that's
okay.
So I've got Dallas, and you've got the Rams.
I'll take the Rams.
They cut their kicker today. Dallas
did?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, Rome is burning, and they cut
they
cut the kicker.
Yeah, and he was.
Don't want to cut the coach. We're going to cut the kicker.
Blame it
on
the
the
clapper, Jason Garrett.
Blame it on the kicker. All right, Buffalo at Pittsburgh.
Well, what do you want to do? I like to go. I can't stand Pittsburgh. I can't stand Buffalo. So, I think Buffalo is for real, but Pittsburgh is still clinging to hope, and it's in Pittsfield.
I'm going to say
Pittsfield. It's not in Pittsfield. It's in Pittsburgh.
If it's in Pittsfield, we're going.
Yeah.
I am going to take Pittsburgh.
Okay, I'll take Buffalo.
All right.
I
have a potential 0-5 week.
Well,
but desperate times.
I was going to say. I took Buffalo last week, and it didn't work out for me.
All right, Celtics.
Yeah. Hayward's back.
Yep. Played pretty well last night. I didn't catch all the game.
Yeah, he played well.
Kemba Walker is really assuming a real good leadership role on that team.
Yeah.
And you could see it. He came by. I don't know if you saw the quotes from Brad Stevens today. They were up by quite a bit. They took Kemba Walker out, and then I forget who they were playing last night. Who were they playing last night?
I didn't watch the game.
Miami?
Just saw the highlights.
Anyway, Cleveland. And so Cleveland narrowed the gap a little bit, so he put Kemba Walker back in, hit 3 threes, took him back out of the game, iced the game, and that was it.
That was that.
And
Wow.
that was it. So some good stuff happening with the Celtics. 17-5. It's they're the real deal. I'm still going with 54, 55 wins. I think. I mean, they're on pace for 63.
I know. You took the over. I took the under.
Yeah,
I'm hoping for the over.
I'm feeling good. I think everything that happened while Hayward was out was great.
That was perfect.
They won games.
Yep.
They didn't win as easily as they were before, and they lost some games.
Yep. And they knew that they needed him back.
Yeah, so that is really good. Overall NBA outlook, the Lakers are looking really, really good right now.
They look really good.
Yeah, they're going to be tough. And
Yep.
the West, I know the West is still good. I don't think they're as. I mean, with Golden State kind of out of the mix, Houston's okay.
Yeah.
Denver's okay. There's
Yeah. I mean, LA. I mean, I think we're going to see LA in
the
the
Clippers.
In the
I think it's
finals.
going to be I think it's going to be the Lakers and the Clippers in that Western Conference Finals, which is going to be
It's
interesting.
going to be awesome.
All right, real quick, let's jump to the Bruins, and we're going to play a little. We'll talk about some
Okay.
other things. Bruins, there. When I wrote this before, it was before last night's game. They've lost 2 in a row.
Yep.
They have not been playing well, and I don't think they were playing well before. Even though they were winning, they were getting down. They were making these big third period comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that they're kind of getting cocky a little bit, and they're letting their guard down?
I don't know if they're getting cocky. I mean, I just think, and you're a hockey guy. It's a long season. I mean, 82 games. And,
a long physical season.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think they're kind of at a point now where, they're just not playing well. I don't think they're going out saying we're going to win. We're the best team out there. I think they're struggling a bit, and they're a little dinged up a bit.
I think they have to recognize that they can't just flip a switch.
Yeah.
And that's what they were getting away with for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
They
Go
would
down
flip
by a
a-
couple goals and then
flip a
come
switch
back.
in the third period and then
Yeah.
go. And also, I mean, something to be considered is that other teams are dealing with Pasternak a little bit different. They're being really physical with him.
Right.
And he's not responding very well.
Yeah.
And that's something to be concerned about because he's, obviously the focal point of their offense right now, as he should be, on record-setting pace. But if he can be shut down, like he was in the finals last year by St. Louis, he
Right.
ran into a physical team.
They did.
St. Louis beat him up, and he was a -7 for the whole finals. That's pretty bad for your leading scorer to be a -7 in a
Right.
7-game series. So there are some concerns there, and he's either going to have to toughen up, or the Bruins are going to have to put an enforcer on that line. And we don't talk about enforcers very much in the NFL. I mean, in the NHL.
yeah.
But it might be time where they,
Yeah.
think about an enforcer to protect him.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Brad Marchand.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe it's him because
Yeah.
he certainly has that ability to do that. But they're going to need to work through this. And right now they're not doing really well. I'm going to jump real quickly. I want a little discussion.
Yeah.
It just came across my screen at school about the most hated people in sports, and I thought we'd talk about that.
Okay. They all live around here.
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's an indication of the success that New England sports have had because
Right.
success does breed hate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the number one name that's up on the list, we look at the picture
Yes.
over there, is
Tom
Mr.
Brady.
Brady.
Yeah.
We love him
Yeah.
in New England. He's just revered. But you say the name Tom Brady in New York or in
Pretty
Los
much
Angeles,
anywhere else outside
pretty
of
much
New
anywhere
England.
else, you're going to get beat up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
You're like, oh my gosh, Tom Brady.
That shirt is the number one NFL shirt that's being sold, but
Yeah.
if you wear it outside of New England,
Yep.
you're going to get beat
You're
up.
gonna get beat up. Yeah, I hear you.
So, does it justify? Has Tom Brady done anything that justifies the hatred besides winning?
That's what it. No, he just wins.
He just wins. Okay,
He's the
so
GOAT, right?
he's not a bad guy. Are we in agreement?
Yeah,
with
he's
that?
not a bad
All
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Next one, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Same kind of deal as Brady.
Yeah.
Does
But he not. Yeah, you're right. Same kind of deal with Brady. Like outside, outside. If you're gonna wear a LeBron James shirt in New England, you're gonna get beat up.
you're going to get beat up?
So, but I think LeBron James is different than Tom Brady because LeBron has moved around quite a bit
Yep.
with teams. They have him up there in the Cleveland shirt, for example.
I also think he gives up on his team a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and I think I don't know LeBron. You don't know LeBron, do you?
We haven't talked in a
Okay,
while.
all right. So I just based on what I know, he's selfish,
Yep.
and it's all about LeBron.
Yep, and I think that the announcement for him to go to Miami, whatever the decision,
Yeah.
really hurt his credibility
Yeah.
because that was junk. All right,
Yeah.
next we're going to move quickly. James Harden. Yep, there's
Yeah.
James Harden.
I like James Harden. I think he's
Okay.
great. I think he's a great basketball player. I love the beard.
Yep.
I mean, I guess he could err on the side of selfish,
Okay.
but I think I think he's great.
This next one I think is easy.
Oh, man,
Bryce Harper.
no. I don't like Bryce Harper.
I
cannot stand
do not
Bryce
like
Harper.
Bryce Harper.
No, because I mean I'm such a Mike Trout fan.
Yeah.
So, but Bryce, no, thank you to Bryce Harper.
I don't even think he's in the top 3 or 4 of
I agree.
MLB players.
I agree.
He hits home runs far. That's what
Yeah.
he does.
Well,
Next one, Roger Goodell.
oh. Well, this is interesting because I don't know how the rest of the country feels about Roger Goodell. I know how New England feels about him. We can't stand him.
Well, Dallas feels the same way because
Okay.
he pinched
True,
Dallas.
okay.
He pinched
So-
the Redskins.
All right.
with
So he's
some
really not
draft
well
picks.
liked in most places.
I think he lives in Maine, you know.
No kidding.
Yeah, he lives in Maine.
That's great that he lives here in New England. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's a Maine guy.
Yeah, he's probably a Pats fan.
I don't know. Next one.
Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, I think with the
I think he's a bad human being.
I did. Yeah, he had allegations that he did inappropriate things when he was younger. I believe.
paid off
Yeah,
whoever
so,
it was.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good guy.
Baker Mayfield.
I like Baker Mayfield.
You do?
I like him. I just don't. I mean, I don't think he's really a great football player. I just something about him. I like his commercials. I like the fun that we have. I got no problem with Baker Mayfield.
I got a problem with the guy that's making commercials like he's done something when he hasn't done anything yet.
But it's not Baker Mayfield.
Sure it is. Isn't Baker Mayfield in the commercials?
No, it's Baker Mayfield in the commercials, but it's the advertisement company saying we can make money off this guy because he's likable.
Well, they could have made money off Tom Brady when he was younger, but he said, no, I'm about football.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And that's why
He's
Tom
not-
Brady's the GOAT.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Okay, next one.
I am
This is a
available,
tough
but
one.
just so you know, I'm available for commercials.
Okay. Next one.
Antonio Brown.
Love or hate him?
I mean, I want him to play for the Patriots, but I don't like him.
I think he's a bad human being.
Yeah.
This one, Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham.
He might be playing for the Patriots.
Yeah. I don't
There's
know.
a lot of talk. I don't like how he flames out of teams. I think that's
Yeah,
a bad look.
yeah.
This will be 2 teams that he's done that for.
Right. I
and-
mean, I don't have a problem with him as a player.
And then in the playoff game a few years ago with the Giants, they went on the boat. Remember that whole story?
Yeah,
They
oh,
went
yeah,
on the
yeah,
boat,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was his thing.
yeah.
Next one, very dirty player.
Nagam.
Ndamukong
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Dirty, nasty, not probably a good human being.
No, good. Next one.
I mean,
We're biased. We're biased.
I mean, we love Bill, but I think Bill can
I think
push
he
the
runs.
envelope.
Oh, I think it's the same thing outside of New England. He's just
Yeah,
hated.
he's hated by
Although
everyone.
I do think, though, now over the last 5 or 6 years after he's won a couple more Super Bowl, very
Yeah.
respected
Yeah,
outside of New
definitely.
England. I mean, he's just
Future Hall of Famer. So
Next one.
Jerry Joe. I don't know what to think about Jerry. I don't dislike him. I don't like him. He's Jerry Joe. I mean, he's pretty
I think
much
he's a rich scumbag.
He's just
I
a
thought
rich guy that runs
I
and
think
owns
he's a
a team.
scumbag. I think he's a scumbag.
All right.
I think he's slimy all the way around.
All right.
Here's the next one that's kind of propped up.
Grayson Allen.
One of the dirtiest college players that ever been.
Yeah.
But he wins.
He wins.
Has he been playing yet in the NBA?
No.
I don't think
No.
so. But
It's hard to root for someone that I don't like Duke, so
well.
it's hard to. It's like the Christian Leitner thing of the past.
all right.
But I don't know. We'll see about
3 to go, real quick.
All right, Conor McGregor.
So cocky.
So
So
definitely,
cocky.
he wins though.
Well, not lately. Not
Yeah.
against the next
Well,
guy.
He's getting old.
He didn't win against the next guy.
Floyd Mayweather.
He's a bad
Yeah.
human being.
Yeah, he is.
We got a lot of bad human beings on
Yeah.
there. All right, last one.
Yeah, love him. He needs to become
Every-
the enforcer.
Every team
Brad
needs one of
Marchand,
those.
yeah,
Every
absolutely.
Team. I'm just picturing what he was like in youth hockey.
Oh,
he
man.
must have been just hated on.
But
both
usually
sides.
with the goon doesn't score. He can score and beat
he's
you up.
Talented.
Yeah, so I love Brad Marchand.
All right. We are way over on time.
Yeah.
That's going to do it for us on Mike and the Awesome Wolfeboro Community Television. Thank you to Ali Champagne behind the glass.
And our sponsors, Downtown Grill Cafe, Morrissey's Front Porch, and Skelly's Market. Thank you so much.
We will talk to you next week.
Go Knights.
Go Knights.